In this tutorial, we'll talk a little bit about editing and making pictures of an event, which in our class is our next assignment. Editing for your pictures, it's easy to make so many images um, with a digital camera that oftentimes we don't carefully select what we're seeing. We just tend to shoot as much as we can and then worry about editing later. You can see in this selection from this event on a Ashland Food Bank that I made a variety of images, and the most important thing to look at here is camera angle and focal length, clear center of impact. So our job is to tell a story. So how do we do that? Well, you have volunteers here that are working to help needy people by collecting and distributing food. So that's the key thing. Typically what you'd want to do when you're working on an event is to find out who the leaders are, who's organizing it, and then kind of focus on them, and then if you see something else that is more interesting, then move to it. So in this situation, we have the leader here of this group, the director of this program, the food bank, and she's helping other volunteers kind of organize the food. We can see as we go through what she does. Pretty much, you can see the camera angle, you can see the focal length change, you can see her in action. The biggest factor here in editing is look for action. Look for the person doing good things. You can see here I've flagged a few pictures. So let's just look at this. Why I would choose this picture over another. Well, both people are clear and in focus. We have action and that bag is being handed off. Here's the next one, you can see the difference. I prefer the first one because she's looking down at the object. Here she seems to be looking a little bit away. And this is a little tighter, so that's a pretty nice picture. We got some distraction above this up in here, so it kind of blends into the background a little bit, but the main focus is up on that area there. That's important. So you can see as we go through, that one doesn't work because it's too separated in a way. You can't really tell what she's doing. And sometimes, you're just shooting and not thinking too much, and that's why you edit. Even so, it's a pretty tight edit for an event. An event could be anything. It's not just an organized thing. It could be, this is collecting this food, and that turns out to be an event. So we look for expressions. We come in tight. We shoot both vertically and horizontally. Then we move on to other aspects of the story. We don't rely on just one thing. We make sure we have plenty of backups, lots of verticals. And watch what happens here. I'll start shifting as I'm shooting, getting my focus, getting my exposure down. And now I'm shifting to a more horizontal format where we have more than one character in the frame. Tight, wide. I was interested in showing the shopping cart there as well as the food storage in the back. And then we move in again. They're determining the expiration dates of the food. A picture like this wouldn't work because you have them looking at the camera. That happens often. People look up. So you want to edit. Here we go. Closer, closer. Notice the difference. There's subtle differences, but I like this picture here better because I like that the food is kind of all together. And then we're going for the extreme close-ups of the shelves. Here's some more from a different angle of them collecting food. So before we had that in the back of the person dropping off food. Here we have a nice interaction between the volunteer and the donor. Another set, same idea. I like this a lot. If you cropped it from the right there, you have this guy kind of walking away, the other gentleman dropping food off. I really like this a lot. I like the colors. I like that if you crop this, that you would be able to make a decent image out of it. Tells a story. That's the main thing. Here you see the donor's face is kind of blocked out. Too much space on the left, too far away. These are the same situation. Here we have white blowout. This really doesn't look that great. We have juxtaposition here between her and these guys, but it doesn't really work very well. Another set of extreme close-ups. Ken is playing with light. You can see the difference in exposure. Always checking your exposure as you go ahead and you work through it. And just, basic stock kind of pictures. Here's a food pantry. You have a, food donation center. Never know when you're going to use stuff like that. Maybe it's a teaser or just to have it. Ages, working young and old. It's a little bit of a conflict for me. I would never use this for publication, but it's my son, so I wouldn't use it. Here the exposure is blown out. I could easily correct that, but I like this a lot. And just make a really nice picture. Expression is what you're looking for. Content. Be able to tell a story with one picture. Here we go through again. All right, that's it. Editing and making picture of an event.